Welcome back to Muscle TV. Well, if you saw the first show of the year, you'll know that Scott Goble and Luke Schembri are two guys that not only have two of the best rigs in the country, but they're a couple of blokes that don't mind having a bit of fun while they smash out a training session. Well, they're back, and tonight they tackle hamstrings. Take it away, boys.
We're going to train some hamstrings today. At some point, both Luke and I have made an effort to bring our hamstrings up to par with other body parts, so we're going to do the sort of program that others could utilise if they need to bring their hamstrings up.
I've been training hammies by itself with calves for a couple of years now to try to bring up weaker body parts. A large portion of this workout I actually stole from Scott Goble, what he put on the Facebook page. A lot of the exercises and the type of exercises he does while he does hammies. He's got awesome hammies, so I thought, you know, I'll learn off him, and I've gotten good results over the past 18 months doing similar principles that he trains with.
I think a lot of guys do a leg day and they invest all their energy in their squats and their leg presses and lunges and things like that. So by the time they get to hamstrings, they do a few lackluster sets of leg curls and move on, and that's just not enough. The hamstring is a big muscle group, so it needs a heavy workload and it needs a decent amount of volume. So I think if your legs in particular are under par, it's a very good idea to split up your quads and your hamstring workouts. First exercise we're going to do is glute ham raises. So basically it's a body weight leg curl in a way. I find it to be my absolute #1 hamstring developing exercise. All right, we're going to get started on our hamstring workout. I'm just going to warm up on the line leg curl before we get stuck into the ham glute raise. We're going to jump on an exercise where you have to do your full body weight. You can't do anything less than that, so it's essential we warm up first, so you don't want to be tearing anything on the first movement of the workout.
So that's it for the warm-up. Time to move on to our first exercise, glute ham raises. I've never used this machine ever, and like, I'm very keen to use it because this is the machine I first saw Scott use, and I've got to say it's an absolute killer. It's different to the movement I do, so this is great, and it's good to get some tips off Scott on how to use it too, because like I said, I've got no experience with it, so it's good to have someone like Scott telling me how to use it.
It's not an easy exercise. I perform it purely with body weight. Don't add any resistance to it. Don't feel the need. The first time I ever performed this exercise, I did 2 reps and then cramped up. It's a pretty advanced exercise, and you have to have a decent amount of hamstring strength in order to perform it properly.
The thing I like best about the glute ham raises is you're moving your own body weight. It's very hard to start off with. The first time I did it, I think I could get maybe a couple of half attempts at doing a rep. Now I've moved up to about sets of 8 to 10. It's taken probably 12 months to get to that. The biggest change for me compared to a lying leg curl is the fact that on a lying leg curl, your body stays stationary and you move your ankles up towards your glutes, whereas with the glute ham raise, your legs are locked in and you're actually pulling your body weight up towards your legs. So it's kind of like it works the hammies in a completely different way.
For most heavy blokes that avoid bodyweight exercises, it's more of a cop-out than anything else. I mean, if you're developing strength in proportion with size, you should be able to incorporate your chins, your dips, your traditional bodyweight exercises, in this instance a glute ham raise. So it's just a case of maintaining a decent strength to weight ratio. I think that's all she wrote on that one. We'll move on to the next exercise, the deadlift. We're not going to be setting any powerlifting records on the deadlifts today. I know me in particular, I've got a few little issues which will prevent me from really impressing the viewers with some heavy weights, but as long as I feel the movement, that'll be the main thing for me.
Some people might think, you know, you've got to do it with your back session. I found over the past couple of years I've been doing deadlifts with my hammy day and actually having back on a separate day. The main benefit for that was that basically on a back day, you're absolutely smoked by the time you do all your back exercises. Deadlifts come around, if you either leave it to the end, you don't end up performing it to your full capacity, or if you do it first, you miss out on the rest of the session. So by including it into the hammy day, I find not only does it work the hammies better, but you're actually stronger with your deads and you're able to perform your reps better because you're not tired from such a big back workout.
I find that doing a deadlift second in the movement is very beneficial for me. I've already fatigued the hamstrings on the glute ham raise, so they're firing. You've set up those neuromuscular pathways, so you can really feel your hamstrings working. I mean, you're never going to isolate anything with the deadlift. You're always going to get the glutes and the lower back, and even to an extent some quads in there. But for me, I'm never going to have too much back thickness. So as long as my hamstring day is separated from my back day for 48 hours or more, that additional stimulus is only going to benefit me, and I get to move some heavy weights and build some good hamstrings.
So since I've introduced it into the hammy workout, not only am I lifting the most I've ever lifted in the deadlifts, but my hammies have also responded the best they have in all my training.
Just finished deadlifts, both pretty smoked. We're going to go on to single leg curls, and that'll finish off the hammy session.
A little bit more of an isolated movement, a movement where you can really focus on the contraction and the squeeze. A unilateral movement, so again, you can balance out any asymmetries between the right and left side. So it's just a really good finishing movement. You're pretty much smashed after doing the deadlifts and the glute ham raise, so you're not going to lift a whole lot of weight, and your stabilisers are pretty much shot, so it's good to just jump on a machine and rep it out.
The majority of the exercises I do tend to be to failure, just due to the nature of the exercise. So the glute ham raises, I'm failing by 8 to 10. Deadlifts, if I'm going heavy and try to get a set out of 8 to 10 again, it'll be to failure. So I like to finish off the hammy workout with an isolation exercise, generally speaking around the 15, possibly 20 rep range.
All right, that's hammies done. Good job, Max.
Thank you very much.
Glad you made it through it okay.
It's very enjoyable. So who deadlifted more, just out of curiosity?
You just deadlifted more, but...
all right, so we'll just leave it at that. Thank you very much.
Your hamstrings would have been a lot fresher after your efforts on the glute ham raise.
I deadlifted more, so that's it. Thank you.
1 out of 3 ain't bad. It's good.
Those two just don't let up. And it's not just for the camera, folks. They're like that the whole time. Can train, though. Awesome hammy session. Okay, time for a break on Muscle TV, but before we go, it's time to find out how easy it is to win that brand new Harley. Get your entries in, though, as the deadline is closing in. We'll see you after this.
Maxxis are giving you the chance to win a brand new Harley-Davidson motorcycle, and it's too easy to get involved. To enter, all you need to do is purchase any Maxxis protein between the 1st of March 2013 and the 20th of June 2013. Then simply fill out an entry form stating in 25 words or less why you think you should win, and send the completed entry form with an original purchase receipt of a suitable Maxxis product to Maxxis Competition Headquarters. Don't worry, the address is on the entry form too, and you're in the running to win. It's that simple. The judges will decide which entry they think is the most original and creative, and that's the one that'll win this brand new 2013 Fat Bob Harley-Davidson. So what are you waiting for? Grab yourself some Maxxis protein, fill in the entry form, and this fantastic bike could be yours. There's no cure for this.